a gentleman by the name of Clement Clark Moore. No takers. How about the story of Twas the Night Before Christmas? Well, this is the second title for that poem, by the way. The actual title of that piece was a visit from St. Nick. And Clement Moore was an Englishman. And how many of you here have heard that story done with an authentic, absolutely real, non-fake English accent?
Unreal. I pinch myself.
He's no fake. We are very, very happy in the band to have this gentleman with us. And he is a permanent member of the band for life, whether he likes it or not. And this gentleman's name is Paul. I can't pronounce his last name, so I'm not going to even try that. None whatsoever. But anyway, Paul is an Englishman, born and raised in England, and got a lot of his music education while he was a student there. And he works as a counselor at the retreat in Brattleboro. He and his family are here and just tremendous folks. And he said, he'd heard about us, and would this be something that he could join? And he went with us to Washington, D.C., and we had a very, I guess you might say, a hectic time, but it was an awful good time down there. And tonight, folks, he is going to tell us the story of The Night Before Christmas in its original form. But I do have to tell you, what the band is going to do behind him, I don't know. Are you all set?
Yeah, bit of feedback for you both. It's a crotchet, not a quarter note. It's a bar, not a measure, just so you know. We can go on. Alright? You want authentic English.
Do you measure the bar?
Okay, fair enough. Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in the hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were all nestled snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mamma in her kerchief, and I in my cap, had just settled down for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from the bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave the lustre of midday to objects below. When what my wondering eyes should appear, but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. With a little old driver, so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donder and Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. And then, in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. Toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry, his droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard of his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod Up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night."